Hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Danganronpa 2. Goodbye, Despair. In the last episode, Kyoko appeared, and I decided to start drinking. If that bitch is here, then I refuse to be sober. No thank you. I just can't. If I have to be sober, I'm quitting this Let's Play right here and now. I don't care. So, drinking it is. The students also realize that they are not some poor, innocent victims in all of this. There were only so many people who could have inflicted the Neo-World program with the Monokuma virus. The Future Foundation wouldn't have done it. Those assholes wouldn't have done it. And that just leaves them. They are the only people who could have done it, and because they were ultimate despairs at the time, they're the only people who would have done it. Just 1 second, please. That sounds as though we
wanted to come to this world of our own free will. But that's precisely the truth.
Huh?
You guys chose to be instigators, and you were willingly taken into the Neo-World program.
So that they'd have a shot at bringing you back.
To provide the opportunity I needed to push this battle between hope and despair into overtime. That's right. The reason the ultimate despairs began killing each other was set up by the group itself.
That's just your imagination.
No, it ain't.
Naive Makoto totally fell for the trap. Oh, and now your face is filled with a lovely shade of despair.
Whoa, that despair is fucking obvious. You're here to rescue the assholes who set this up in the first place.
Don't go blaming us for this.
Thank you. It's all thanks to you guys. This time around, I might be able to fill these guys with despair.
We do not feel despair.
I feel fucking despair.
Even if this was all a trap, we will never regret coming here.
I regret you coming here. I refuse not to be salty. I could just ignore her. I have no interest in that. I have no interest in ignoring parts of games that I don't like. I would rather just talk about them. And this girl is a bitch.
And this is the only thing we could do to stop you. But nevertheless, it's all over. We will shut you down and end all of this.
Except you're not the ones in control here, because you're not the majority. We are the majority, so it's not you who are doing the shutdown, it is us. And unless you can persuade us, you, my dear, are fucked.
You're pretty fucking desperate. Oh, that's pretty fucking obvious. If you don't initiate the shutdown, those Future Foundation fuckwits are gonna be trapped here forever.
That doesn't sound too bad to me. I would be okay with that.
Trapped? Why would that happen?
Didn't I already explain it? You know, the graduation exam rule.
Oh, shit! Monokuma has to approve it. So if we press graduate, we'll be allowed to go back. And they'll be stuck here. How do I press graduate? I want to press graduate. There are 2 options. Graduate and repeat, right? You just have to choose one of them and press it. All of you will cast your vote, and whichever one has the majority will be considered your final decision.
But that's not all, right? In order to pass the graduation exam, there was one more requirement.
The other requirement to pass the graduation exam is, the teacher's final decision.
I see. As I recall, we also need the teacher's final decision.
To participate in the graduation program, you need my permission as your acting teacher, you know. What? Does that mean it will end with just a majority vote? After the vote, I'm going to judge every single one of you to see if it's okay for you to graduate or not. So, even if we vote, you're saying we won't graduate unless you acknowledge it?
Obviously, there's no way I'd let the members of the Future Foundation graduate.
I'm all on board with Junko's plan. Can we please do this? Can we? I would like this, please.
So if you can't activate the shutdown, the Foundation will enter the endless life of repeating the grade!
That's only if the shutdown sequence doesn't activate, right?
But that's impossible.
Bitch, y'all have been acting high and mighty. What makes you think we want to side with you?
Everyone here understands how dangerous it is to release you into the real world.
And everyone here also understands that you are a bitch.
We know that. All too well. I mean, she's been bad-mouthing us this whole time.
But Kyoko's a bigger bitch, so... I'm just saying, let's side with Junko. If I get that choice, I will pick to side with Junko.
Oh. Looks like you shouldn't have talked so much. Out of the mouth comes evil, so they say.
Bitch, you shouldn't have talked so much.
It's true that we fell for this trap, and that we run the risk of not being able to go back. But what's wrong with that? Thinking we'd back down because of something like that is a huge mistake.
That's my line. Thinking your little shutdown plan will succeed is a huge mistake.
Huh?
You're totally overestimating those chumps over there. There's no way they'll start the shutdown sequence.
Why not?
Look upon their faces. They look like piglets who were forced to watch their mom roasting on a spit. There's no fucking way they'll initiate the shutdown just to go back to being ultimate despair.
That is... well... Junko, I don't care what you say. I've decided to believe in everyone.
My belief says that I want you guys dead. I'm just saying that's not necessarily a wise thing.
It's true that they walked the wrong path before, but that's all in the past now. What I believe in is not their past, but their futures.
I want my future to be a Kyoko-less one, so...
I was totally waiting for a protagonist to fly like that when I crushed you with despair, such ecstasy!
No matter what you do to me, I will never fall into despair.
Wrong. I'm not the one who's gonna make you fall into despair. That's the mastermind's job, and they'll be appearing very soon.
Mastermind?
Mastermind? Someone else is coming?
Here's the thing, we don't actually know which one of them did it. Which one of them put the Monokuma virus into the simulation, and... Here's the thing, it has to be Hajime. It has to be Hajime. That cutscene we got with Nagito, with that creepy guy on the boat. That has to be the mastermind behind all of this. Because if it was just some randomer, then what's the fucking point? Like, you need to draw those connections together to create a cohesive storyline. So, he has to be the mastermind. And they're not just gonna introduce some random-ass person. They're not gonna be like, oh, who's the mastermind? It was Barbara from Accounts! Round of applause for Barbara! You thought she was Junko, but no, it was hard. And like, they're not gonna do that. That would be daft. And out of the remaining characters, the only one it makes sense to be is Hajime. It all relates back to him.
That can't be. It's just a bluff.
You should never make the last character who appears in a detective story turn out to be the mastermind.
So have it be the first character who appears. The protagonist.
But I always fall into that pattern, so I was kind of worried about that.
Enough already. What are you talking about?
Oh well, let's bring him out with lots of energy. It's Mr. Izuru Kamukura!
Izuru... Kamukura?
That name. I've heard it before. That person was called the Ultimate Hope. But that shouldn't be all he was. That's right, I've seen a person called Izuru Kamukura somewhere else. As I recall, that person was a Dark Daver of Destruction. No, it was the founder. No. There we go.
I see! Izuru Kamukura. Isn't that the name of the founder of Hope's Peak Academy? It was written on the placard beneath the portrait of the Academy's founder. That name. It was definitely Izuru Kamukura, right?
However, based on the information I know, the man known as Izuru Kamukura...
If I recall, he's a super genius who acquired many talents. He was even called the Ultimate Hope, right?
Does the founder have the same name as that Ultimate Hope guy?
Is that kind of coincidence even possible?
No, Hope's Peak Academy created their Ultimate Hope and named him in honor of their founder because he needs a respectable name. Fuck his birth name. Fuck the name his parents gave to him. It don't matter. Izuru Kamukura, that's where it's at. That is so much more important than his birth name.
The future foundation might know something, right?
How about it, Kyoko?
Nah.
Even within Hope's Peak Academy, there's very little information about a person called Izuru Kamukura. It's a mystery if such a person ever really existed. And not just that, the matter was closed without ever being settled because of that incident.
If you do not know, then please allow me. Providing hopelessly skilled explanations is a quirk of mine. The reason Izuru's existence continues to be such a mystery is because the Academy hid it.
Why did the Academy hide his existence?
Because then everyone would know they were doing something monstrous.
If I recall, they were trying to protect their superior talent. They even called it mankind's hope, correct?
However, that prodigious student ended up killing 13 student council members at Hope's Peak Academy. Izuru is the killer responsible for Hope's Peak Academy's biggest, most awful event.
And you're the one who set it up, right?
Information about Izuru completely vanished after that incident.
We thought Junko and Ashima killed them? Oh, don't say such cruel things. Izuru Kamukura is very much alive. Isn't that right, Hajime?
Yeah, no shocker there. Yeah, it had to be him. Huh?
What? What?
Like I said, you're Izuru Kamukura.
Huh?
Alrighty. If you don't understand, I'll explain it to you till you do understand.
You're Izuru Kamukura, you're Izuru Kamukura, you're Izuru Kamukura, you're Izuru Kamukura, you're...
God damn it, Junko!
Hold on! Seriously, what are you talking about?
Liar! There's no way! There's no way Hajime is Izuru Kamukura! Izuru is that ultimate hope, right? But Hajime is...
That's right. Hajime is one of those reserve course dropouts and has no talent whatsoever. But the fact that he's really Izuru Kamukura makes all this much more hopeless.
I'm Izuru Kamukura? Make your argument. Could be any of them.
Good news, Hajime! Even though you were mocked for being a reserve course student, he had a talent all along! Ultimate hope!
How can someone from the reserve course have such an amazing talent like that?
In order to hide Izuru's identity. Was he hidden in the reserve course?
Then Hajime's name is fake?
There's no doubt I'm Hajime Hinata! I've always had that name ever since I was born!
Then Izuru is your fake name?
Yeah.
Hey, you weren't lying to us, right?
I do not want any more last-minute plot twists.
Could it be created hope? That might be Izuru.
If I remember correctly, the Hope Cultivation Plan was what Hope's Peak was doing. I'm the ultimate hope. Then the current me and Izuru Kamukura are... What did Hope's Peak Academy do to me? Awful, awful things.
Good news, Hajime! Even though you were mocked for being a reserve course student, he had a talent all along! Ultimate hope!
How can someone from the reserve course have such an amazing talent like that?
I probably shouldn't be drinking during the minigames,
In order to
but
hide
fuck
Izuru's
it.
identity.
It's Reed.
Was he hidden in the reserve
These
course?
ones are easy.
Then Hajime's name is fake?
There's no doubt I'm Hajime Hinata. I've always had that name ever since I was born.
Then Izuru is your fake name?
Hey, you weren't lying to us, right?
Should be coming
I
up.
do not want any more last-minute plot twists.
Oh, I'm sorry about that,
Could it be
Sonia.
created hope?
That must be it.
Reward me for drinking during the minigames.
Created hope. Are you talking about the Hope Cultivation Plan?
Hope Cultivation Plan. What is that?
A while back, I saw a file kept by the Future Foundation. For many years, Hope's Peak Academy was researching a breakthrough plan to cultivate personal talent.
It's true, it was a breakthrough plan. After all, it was a plan to create the perfect genius.
Create?
For the longest time, the Hope Cultivation Plan was the earnest wish of Hope's Peak Academy. In fact, that's why the Academy was established. Part of that plan was researching the talents of Ultimates. Because the plan was so important, they adopted the name of the Academy's founder and called it the Izuru Kamukura Project.
Izuru Kamakura Project?
Just a little while ago, they were finally able to reach the experimental stage of that plan. From there, they set their sights on the reserve course dropouts to use them as lab rats.
What did I say? They were using the reserve course students as lab rats. The killings happen. Not only is it covered up, that's why the reserve course students all rebelled. It wasn't just the fact that, hey, one of your ultimates killed a bunch of people and you all covered it up. It wasn't just that. It was the realization, hey, wasn't that Hajime? Hold up, how many of us have gone missing? There are thousands of us, so that's why it didn't take us. That's why we didn't realize immediately, but now that we're thinking about it, where did Hajime go? Where did Barbara go? Where did everyone go? They've been using us. They've been using us like lab rats. It wasn't just that the school covered up what Hajime / Izuru did, it's that the reserve course were being used as lab rats. And they finally said, you know what, this is fucked. This is fucked, we can't be doing with this. We just can't be dealing with it.
Why did they use the reserve course as lab rats?
'Cause they were dickheads.
A plan to create talent artificially requires test subjects that are wholly lacking in talent.
You need a blank page to write a book.
From that group of reserve course students, the one who was finally chosen was Hajime, who stands before you now.
Why me?
Because you admired Hope's Peak Academy more than anybody else.
You were moldable. You were the most gullible. You were the one who was willing to have anything done to you. Huh?
You still don't get it? You were used by the Academy.
You loved them so much. You loved them so much that you allowed them to abuse you. That is... damn.
They exploited your feelings of admiration toward hope and talent just to use you as a lab rat.
What?
See, didn't I tell you? The moment you cling to talent and hope, Despair has already set in.
Lies. That's definitely a lie.
And after many surprises, Hajime Hinata was transformed into Izuru 1.0!
Did you say transformed?
What did they do to him?
Unless you're willing to go to extremes, it's impossible to change a normal person into a perfect genius.
Hajime was picked to be the one, but here's the thing, they would have had to have had multiple people just to make sure that it could theoretically work. Hajime was the one they went all out on, but it's not that it was just like, okay, we'll use one of the reserve course. They used multiple. They used multiple to get the theory right so they could put it into practice in Hajime. And the reserve course finally realized that. They finally realized that and said, listen, we're being used as lab rats. They've covered up what their experiment has done. Fuck Hope's Peak. Fuck Hope's Peak, and rightly so.
So naturally, they went to extremes. By directly interfering with his brain, Hope's Peak Academy transformed Hajime Hinata.
Yeah, they're not gonna, if they're doing brain surgery, they're not gonna do that on the guy they're pinning all of their hopes on without testing it first. They're not just gonna be like, oh, well, we hope we've got the theory right. No, they are gonna test and test and test. And they had over 2,000 reserve course students to do all that testing on.
Into a completely different person whose specialty is talent itself, known as Izuru Kamukura. Eventually, Izuru became an ultimate despair, thanks to me. But all I did to Izuru was simply break his spirit. That's nothing compared to what Hope's Peak Academy did to him. Not even close. Seriously, it's scary how determined the researchers were to mess with the human brain that much. Doing such inhumane acts that nobody else is capable of with such a calm mind and a steady hand. I admire it so much, it makes my mind numb. By the way, you're just a simple avatar right now, so even if you touch your head, you won't feel the scar.
Did they really do something like that?
But if you think about it, if Hajime gets out of here, he's gonna be a super genius, right?
Like I said, he's not Hajime. He's a completely different person whose specialty is talent itself.
Oh! And he'll revert. He'll revert to someone that he isn't. Here's the thing, the argument that like, oh, you won't die, you'll just revert. Okay, like they are still themselves. Hajime isn't though. That would be like killing him. That would be like killing him.
Different person? How is he different?
Well, I mean, we saw in that cutscene that was not the Hajime we have come to know.
All of his senses, emotions, thoughts, and hobbies that interfere with acquiring talent have been excised.
Holy shit!
Huh?
All of his memories of the past have been forcefully suppressed into the darkest recesses of his mind.
Huh?
Emotions? Thoughts? Hobbies? He doesn't even have a memory?
They took away his humanity. They actually took away his humanity.
It sounds like he is a completely different person.
So that's why it's so surprising that Hajime even exists here at all, even if he's just an avatar. The Neo World program must have dug up those memories and rebuilt his old personality from data from the past.
I cannot help but feel impressed that the Neo World program was able to accomplish such a feat.
But as for Hajime, he probably would have been better off if he stayed erased.
Then, when Hajime returns to his original state after the shutdown,
He'll cease to exist.
He'll disappear.
disappear?
All that will remain is Izuru Kamukura, an entirely different personality created by Hope's Peak Academy. He will no longer be Hajime Hinata.
Disappear? I'm going to disappear? Disappear. Disappear, disappear. Disappear, disappear, disappear. Disappear, 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 disappear. Oh. They done really fucked him up. They done really fucked him up. But no matter what happens, it's of no concern to me. I will not be able to participate in what lies ahead. Really? I don't really understand, but I guess we have to part ways for a while. That's disappointing. We seem to get along pretty well. Hey, can I see you again? There is no reason to meet again. After all, you are boring. Your talent, your thoughts, your entire existence is boring to me. You really don't play along, do you? Yeah, that's a very understandable reaction. Scream away, Hajime. Scream away.
Hajime?
Was that me? No, that's not me!
That's what you are. That's who Izuru Kamukura is. You're the one who brought me into this world. You're Izuru Kamukura, the mastermind behind all of this. Huh?
Could it be? The one who uploaded you into the Neo World program was...
It's not me!
Just so you know, as long as your brain has been messed with, you can't undo it no matter how hard you try.
Oh, Hajime. Oh, God.
Then...
Oh. He's gone. He's gone.
Have no way to be saved, you say? But you already know what you must do.
I do. I already know how I can be saved. Submitted. No. Graduate. Choose graduate. Fuck over the originals. Do it.
I see. I just need to choose graduate then.
Huh?
Fuck you.
In that case, the Hajime avatar will be uploaded into his real body.
Press it, quick! Before anyone can stop you, press it! Smash the button!
So, Hajime will be safely reborn. Truly a royal road to a hopeless happy ending.
Hold on. You can't do that.
Yes, I can.
If you do that, everyone who died will be taken over by Junko's alter ego.
I don't care.
Like, if you guys don't start the shutdown, the Future Foundation will be trapped here. I can't allow the Future Foundation to sacrifice themselves for the ultimate despairs.
Jeez, you should have said so before. You guys aren't honest at all.
That's not it. What we're saying is...
What I'm saying is I want you to die.
We have to protect the world from despair, you say? Okay, that's getting so old. Do you really have to sacrifice yourselves just to protect the world in the first place? What if the world's hope is different from your hope? Even if the world is happy, it's meaningless if you aren't happy.
That's...
Plus, the Future Foundation wants to kill all the ultimate despairs, right? Once you go back to being ultimate despair, the Future Foundation's punishment time will activate.
It would be absolutely dreadful if that were to happen.
Not just dreadful.
It's rather fucking hopeless, don't you think?
And can you guys even endure that? Everything that happened here will just end up being a meaningless game. Everything you felt, awe, friendship, love, there won't even be save data left of it. The girl you love and the guy you hate grow weaker and skinnier each day they lay immobilized. And in Hajime's case, his very existence is going to disappear. All because of the academy he loves so much.
I'm really loving how manipulative Junko is here. I'm really loving that.
Will you be able to endure such despair? Who are you going to endure it for? For people you've never met before? For people who don't even appreciate you? Does that sound like hope to you?
Yes. Just yes.
You can't believe her! That's how she works!
It's not that I believe her, I just hate you guys more.
That's what she does, so she can lure you all toward despair.
The only one luring me towards despair is you.
There is no reason to listen to her. Hurry up and start the shutdown.
The reason to listen to her is I want you dead.
Oh, hold on!
What is it? Why are we still waiting?
Because fuck you.
Do you still not understand what's going to happen to the real world if Junko escapes?
I don't care, I just want you guys to die.
No, I was just...
How many victims do you think the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history has claimed?
Right now, it's finally started to calm down. If Junko Enoshima makes it to the real world, countless victims will fill the streets. The world will regress to an era of bloodshed, chaos, and worldwide rioting.
That versus a world where you're alive. I'll take the world with an era of bloodshed, chaos, and worldwide rioting.
So that's why you're telling them to start the shutdown sequence? To prevent that? You're telling them to turn back into ultimate despair and lose all the memories they made in this world. Even among them, there are those who will simply cease to exist. And you're telling them to just deal with it?
And you know what? I'm gonna end off right here. In the next one, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? I know what I want them to do. Graduate, fuck over Kyoko, do it, come on game, give me the option and I will take it, but please, I don't care, I'll take the bad ending. I will take the bad ending and be happy that the Let's Play is over and complete. I would rather end this Let's Play on a bad ending than get the true ending and they survive. I would much rather that happen. So, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for that. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.